something Coach Drinks preached to me for years is, if you're going to play quarterback at this level, you better make good decisions. The ball's in your hand every play. You control where it goes. You control whether you turn it over or not. You control whether you score or not. And it all starts with decision-making every single play. And I think that's something that's been a strength of mine and that I can take to the next level.
When you shoot yourselves in the foot, it leaves a bad taste in your mouth. But if you understand, you get back on track. And I was just trying to be positive that whole time and own my mistakes. And I think that's, where I saw that personal growth, where earlier on in my career when I was 21, 22, you don't really know what you don't know. And it's like you kind of have shortcomings as a leader and player as it happens. But how do you learn from that and grow from it? So I use those kind of experiences to understand you're going to have bad halves or bad games, but how can you kind of battle back from that? And I was really proud of the way that we finished.
Do you feel like you are the best quarterback in this class?
I'm very confident with the player that I am, and I feel like I can do whatever it takes for a team to win. And I feel like I'm somebody who's a culture and organization changer by the way that I go out there. And I've had success at every level I've been able to win at a rate that hadn't been done before at the school that I was just at. So, like I said, I think there's a lot of great quarterbacks out here. We all have different skill sets and things that separate us. But for me, I feel like the intangibles of what I bring to the organization are kind of what set me apart.
Could you walk us through your process in pass protection, like the technique you try to use, the IDing blitzers, just your thought process during that?
Yeah, just try to get loaded. It's a leverage battle, so trying to get lower to them, getting your hands inside, get under the V of his neck. So I really just taking all those notes down and then learning off that, really.
And how much pride as a running back do you take in pass pro?
A lot of pride. You got to protect the quarterback. That's the main thing. So, you can't be on the NFL. You can't play on this level if you can't pass ball.
How do you reflect on your Ohio State career, going from five-star kid, I know you dealt with some injuries, ending as a national champion. When you look back on it, what stands out about your 4 years?
Man, a lot of ups and downs, man. It's just how you respond to adversity. And I feel like that's something that God has definitely helped me to do better. It's just not have something to lean on now. I remember before I met him, going through those adversity, I had nothing to run to. You can run to people, but they still can't. It's not too much. They can't truly help you. I feel like the only person that can truly help you is your relationship with Jesus Christ. And so being able to lean on him, he gives you in those moments where it's tough, where it's slow. And when you're behind the scenes and you're going through things that people don't know about, he gives you that peace and comfort.
With my time of being in college, I've had 3 different offensive coordinators, and during that time frame, we had different progressions. And so that allows me to be ready for the NFL because I've seen so many progressions. I've seen so many defenses. Being coached by the best coach of all time, Coach Saban, you see so many different defenses and be able to have a post-snap, pre-snap read. And so it's going to be uncovered with my knowledge base when it comes to what I've learned throughout college. And I've had a bunch of reads, progression with option, pick a side, top-down reads, everything as a whole, peer progressions, everything as a whole when it comes to progressional reads as a quarterback. And so that allowed me to be ready. It'll translate definitely to the NFL. And so I think preparation is the biggest thing, and then the knowledge base I gained from the different coordinators and also Coach Saban.
Well, I feel a ton more prepared, for sure. Without a doubt, I am this year at Ohio State, I wanted it to be a step up. And I talked about, the 2 things that I was looking for in a school were developing as a prospect and developing, my draft stock and competing for a national championship. One of those boxes checked. And, now going into this process, the things that we went through this year, what I learned, going into a new locker room, having to win over the locker room, all those different things really, truly taught me so much, and I feel really well prepared.
What do you think you improved on the most during your last year of college?
I would say just learning the defense, learning what the defense is going to do before the play even starts, learning where the safeties are aligned, learning where blitzes are coming from. So just understanding the defense more, understanding my offense more. I feel like I've grown in that area.
Do you feel like it's almost kind of the best time for you to get in the NFL now that it seems like the value of the running back is starting to go up and the importance of getting a good one is starting to go up a little more?
Yeah, you can see that. Like you said, you just got to be able to do everything. Say go and catch out the backfield, run the ball hard, run any scheme he wants. You just got to be able to do it all, be a true 3-down back. I feel like I proved that this year and just going into tomorrow running that 40.
You played with Samuel Porter and Jack Campbell your freshman year. What was it like playing with those two at Iowa?
Bro, those 2 guys, man, it was
was so awesome just to see how they cooperated. And, Sam Laporta, he took me on his wing also, and he showed me the ways, even when I was like a little bit stressed on the field or I have a hard time, he'd just tell me to be okay and to keep moving on and stuff like that. But Jack Campbell, that man is cool too. He has a deception about him that he goes, and I love it,
Your running style in particular, how you going to start off with that stance?
For me, I'm just back there relaxed, so that's why I stand back there like that. But I'm a real, physical runner, explosive, real shifty, make guys miss, and just versatile.
Did you notice that a lot of other guys have adopted that?
Yes, I've been seeing it. It's becoming a trend, especially in the younger players in high school.
You set change the culture at Jackson State.
Yeah.
Change the culture at Colorado. Winning everywhere.
Yeah.
What can an NFL franchise and fan base expect out of Shedeur Sanders when he comes in and changes the culture and the path of their team?
That's the plan. If that's not what you're trying to do, don't get me. If you ain't trying to change the franchise or the culture, don't get me. So you should know history repeats itself over and over and over, and I've done it over and over and over, so it should be no question why an NFL franchise should pick me.
Quarterback, where would you rank mental toughness?
Oh, man, I believe that mental toughness is a huge aspect for a quarterback position. I'd rank it in the top 3 for sure. I think that to play this position, you go through a lot of adversity on the field and sometimes off the field, whether that's in the locker room or whatever it is, but I believe it's very important.
Texas football, going from Texas high school football, through Incarnate Word, to Washington State and then Miami, how did that shape your confidence in the man you've become?
It shaped it well, from playing in wing T to travel to Pullman, Washington, all the way to Miami. I just think, me having, get to experience different climate changes, different atmosphere, travel across the country, it's going to end up, helping me in the long run, because at the end of the day, you never know where football going to take you. You never know what God has in store for you. So, I've just been blessed.